Hello, McDowell County Schools. I am Adam Wiseman. I am the Digital Learning and Innovation Coordinator serving McDowell High School. And tonight I'm going to be having some fun with you, hopefully, and showing you a new tool so that you can sketch out your notes or just draw for fun or maybe draw as a journal. So let's get started. So one tool I'm going to be using is a tool called Jamboard. So on your McDowell County Schools Chromebook, you can access the Google Play Store. You can access this app through the Play Store. If you don't have a Chromebook and you've got an iPad or a tablet, you can search for Google Jamboard on that device. So I've got a lot of jams here, so let me pull up one, and I'm going to teach you while I sketch out my own notes. So I'm going to start a new jam by clicking the plus. Let me just check in, make sure everybody can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Hey, Melissa Street. Alright, so I'm hoping you can hear me. So I am going to rename this jam just like in my session yesterday with Google Drive. Make sure that you do give your Google stuff a name. And so first off, with anything that you create, you need to own that. So we're going to sign our name. So these tools over here on the left, these are your drawing tools, your pen tools. So I have just a pen, I've got a marker, I've got a highlighter, I've got a paintbrush. And then you have all your colors here that you can change your colors to. This also has a really cool feature, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. So I'm going to sign my name in blue. And so I am owning my creation. So that's the first step. And the second step is I'm not an artist. And so you don't have to be an artist to do sketchnoting or sketch journaling. So hopefully with the next tips that I'm going to give you, you're going to be able to create your own sketch journal using Jamboard. So the next thing is you will, sometimes you might include words on your sketch. And so there's different ways that you can draw text. And with Jamboard, you can just do regular text. You can do bold text. And to do bold, you just draw over top a couple of times of your letters. You can also do bubble letters. I like bubble letters. So you can also emphasize words and do a little line out from the back of the letter, and it kind of offers a unique twist on the letter. So those are just a couple of types of letters that you can do. And the next thing is you can draw anything with the following shapes. So these 5 shapes: a circle, a square, a triangle, a line, or a dot. You can draw anything with that. So I'm going to draw a couple of things. We'll draw a computer since I love technology. Hope that you do too, especially for learning. And I'm kind of rushing through this tonight since I am doing this in front of an audience, so forgive me for my hastiness. And let's draw one more shape. We'll do a shape tree. So you can see I used most all those shapes and a few different ones or combinations of those to draw some basic items. One cool thing about Jamboard, let me just double check, make sure we're all good here. So one cool thing about Jamboard, the app, is these assistive drawing tools. So if you really can't draw, like I can't, but I attempt to, it's got this cool tool. It's called Auto Draw. It's this pen tool with the star. And if I start drawing something, it's going to give me suggestions down here. So it thought I might have drew a cookie. And you can change the color. Let's draw one more thing. Let's draw, see if it'll recognize, let's draw a person. Okay, so it thought I may have drew a skier. So that's really a quick way that you can attempt to draw something, and Google gives you some suggestions that you can add. This also has a shape tool that you can use in combination with drawing the 5 shapes, anything with the 5 shapes. So that is Auto Draw in Google if you would like to have some assistance with your drawing. The next tip is you can draw stick figures. So when I draw people, I typically draw stick figures. So let me draw a quick stick figure here. And I'm using the same So it looks like this stick figure is in movement. So let's add a little bit more detail. An augmented stick figure. Let's give him some shorts. So that's some quick ways that you can draw stick figures and people. And another tip, this is kind of all over the place, but make sure you have a structure with your noting. So like mine, I didn't really have a plan for this, so it's kind of random placement of things. So that is okay to do. You can also put things in columns to organize. You can also put things in order. They follow a path. Or you can arrange them in a certain pattern. And like with mine is the instance where things are all over the place. And that's okay. Because these are your notes. This is your creation. Alright, so another thing is if you've got extra space, use that to reflect upon what you just learned. Or you can fill it up with other things. Once again, this is your creation. And one final thing about your sketch note, make sure you give it a title. So you can stylize a title using, I don't know, my hand is kind of shaky. So once again, I'm crunched for time, so this doesn't look all the best in the world. But hey, this is my creation, and for my eyes only, or actually for whoever's watching's eyes. But once again, that is okay. And something else that's cool about Jamboard, if you are wanting to add more pages to your notes, up here at the top, you can click this arrow and create another page. You can also change the background of your jam by clicking the three dots on the frame. Click background, and you can, if you want a blue background, you can have a blue background or a black background. And what's good about this does save your work in your Google Drive. So you can be able to access this in your Google Drive so that you can share that out. You can also collaborate on notes. So if I get back into this, if I wanted to add, since Melissa Street is tuning in, I'm going to share my sketch with Melissa. Hey Melissa. Alright, so I'm sharing it with Melissa, and she's going to be able to edit my jam, so it now becomes our jam, or our sketch note. So that's one cool thing about Jamboard that you can use for creating sketch notes or journaling, and use all the cool features that go along with Jamboard. One other tool I'm going to show you that you can also use for sketchnoting is if you just Google Canvas. So that's a tongue twister, so go to Google and just do Google Canvas. It's going to show you this drawing app from Google that basically does the same as Jamboard, but it doesn't have all those cool assistive features. But this is, if you're an artist or you like to draw, you can use Google Canvas. And this has different brushes, different pens. It's got different colors. This has a whole lot more color choices than Jamboard does. So you can draw here. You can do your practice your using the 5 shapes to draw something. So you can use Google Canvas to sketchnote as well. And then you can save your image. This also does save your images or your drawings on your device. And this is accessible on Chromebooks. It's accessible on anything that connects to the internet. And it works best if you have a touch screen. And also you can pull in an image, like you can see from one of my past drawings. I pulled over the Oregon Trail and I annotated on top of that and added some more stuff. So you can use this in your schoolwork if you wanted to draw on top of an image. So hopefully you have learned a few things on how you can create with Jamboard and use that to sketchnote and to draw and to maybe journal, but using drawings and text. And I hope you have a wonderful evening, and tune in tomorrow for some more tech awesomeness. Have a great evening.